And yet the most unsettling part is how normal it all began. Like a gentle tide that felt safe to stand in until you realized it was pulling you farther from shore. Scorpio, the pattern wasn't obvious because it rarely is. It unfolded in polite conversations, in carefully timed check-ins, in the way they always seemed to know when your guard was down. You kept giving the benefit of the doubt because your heart is brave and your spirit is loyal, and you wanted to believe that kindness meant safety. But now your inner compass is humming louder. It's telling you to pay attention to the person whose name begins with D, the one who blends in with your days and sits too close to your thoughts. They look harmless, even helpful, but every time you step into your power, they tilt the frame so you doubt what you see. Your money worries sharpen after you speak with them, your confidence thins, and your emotions feel heavy as if someone dimmed the lights in your own house. You've tried to rationalize it. You told yourself you were imagining the fog, that you were simply tired, that the friction was just a phase. But your intuition doesn't fabricate storms, it forecasts them. You sense it in your chest, the soft pressure, the whisper that something is off even when you can't yet name it. When you read energy, the truth surfaces, no matter how carefully someone hides their hands beneath the water. Before we go further, I want to hear from you. In the comments, share your date of birth and your zodiac sign so this circle knows who is in the room with us. If you feel brave, share whether AD has brushed against your path lately. And if the messages here resonate, take a breath with me and subscribe to Dark Scorpio so you always receive guidance right when you need it. This space is for your clarity and your return to self. Here's the thing. D did not announce themselves as a disruptor. They arrived like comfort. They asked thoughtful questions. They remembered your stories. They mirrored your dreams back to you and then slowly inserted doubt into the seams. When you talked about expansion, they mentioned risk. When you glowed after a win, they grew quiet. Or they congratulated you in a tone that left you strangely smaller. It wasn't an obvious attack. You left conversations drained, like you had argued without words. You rehearsed explanations for decisions that needed no permission. This is how subtle control works. It adopts the language of care. It says, "I'm just looking out for you," while it tucks your courage into a smaller box. It says, "Are you sure you're ready?" Right at the moment, your soul says, "Yes." It notices your triggers and anchors you where you once felt wounded, so you come back for comfort that costs you power. That is not love. That is not friendship. That is access without reverence. Scorpio, you are not here to make yourself easier to hold. You are here to be true. The right people don't shrink your flame. They warm their hands and thank the fire, but D keeps reaching for the dimmer switch whenever your light grows. Pay attention. After a call, your self-trust wobbles. After a plan, your money stutters. After a visit, your emotions feel overcast. That is not coincidence. That is data. Your body has been trying to tell you. This isn't the kind of tired that sleep cures. It's a deep fatigue, like a leak in your energy field, as if something is siphoning your life force by small degrees. Your rituals feel harder to touch, and your solitude doesn't refill the way it used to. Every time you interact with D, you edit your words and measure your tone. Not because you afraid, but because you've been trained to be considerate of their comfort first. It's 1,000 tiny withdrawals of self-worth, cumulative, not catastrophic. Every small apology becomes another thread. Every subtle apology ties another knot. By the time you notice, you're tangled in something you never agreed to wear. This isn't for anger, it's for clarity. Because once Scorpio sees the architecture of a pattern, you don't argue with it. You exit it. Exiting doesn't require drama, it requires decision. It means redirecting attention to your sacred center and sealing the leak. You begin with truth so simple it can't be negotiated. My energy, my choices, and my blessings belong to me. Anyone who thrives only when I'm uncertain cannot stay at the center of my orbit. You don't need a fight to validate a boundary. You need a boundary to protect your future. If this message is reaching the aching part of you, the one that has been quiet but watchful, pause with me. Place a hand over your heart and another over your belly. Ask your body what it knows about D. Notice the first sensation, not the second story that tries to explain it away. Your body never lies. And while we're here in this quiet, if this channel is helping you remember your strength, gently like this video, so it reaches the Scorpios who need it. Trace the techniques that kept you second-guessing. D complements your insight and then strategically questions your timing. They arrive for you during your vulnerable hours and disappear when you're shining. They frame their hesitation as wisdom, so you feel reckless for wanting to leap. You ask, what would they say? Before, what do I know? That is the theft, not of money first, but of authority. Money follows energy. Root yours through your own approval. If your energy is rooted through their approval, your finances will reflect the detour. You hesitate on opportunities. You underprice your gifts. You defer decisions. You gold-plate your boundaries so they seem softer, and your time leaks through the seams. This is why your prosperity stalled. Your courage waited behind a closed door while D held the handle. Decide that your inner voice is the final authority. Decide that love feels like oxygen, not like holding your breath. Decide that support sounds like, I trust your instincts, not a long exhale of doubt. Then make the smallest possible move that confirms those decisions. Maybe you stop narrating your plans to them. Maybe you take longer to reply or decline the invitation that always leaves you tired. Small steps open a clearer path. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your spirit. Kindness without self-respect is self-abandonment, and you are done abandoning yourself. Do not confuse loyalty with captivity. Your heart can be generous without being available for manipulation. Your soul can be compassionate and still say no. You will notice it when you pull your energy back. The fog thins, your rituals find you. Your creativity returns like a bird to a quiet branch, and the people who are meant for you will step closer because your field is clearer and your yes has its full voltage again. D may respond in familiar ways. They may offer sweeter concern. They may critique your boundaries, calling them cold or sudden. Remember, your evolution will always feel abrupt to those who benefited from your hesitation. Be warm and firm as you stop giving them the power to define your path. This is not a villain story. It is a sovereignty story. D is not the author of your destiny. They were a chapter about discernment. You turned the page the moment you admitted what you felt. A future is leaning toward you, requiring your full attention. It looks like clearer decisions and cleaner money. It looks like friendships that celebrate without measurement. It looks like choosing projects that stretch your talent without stretching yourself thin for someone else's comfort. Remember what has always been true. Your intensity is not a problem to solve. It's a compass to follow. Your standards are doorways into rooms where your soul can breathe. If someone named D cannot breathe in those rooms, that is their lesson. Take inventory of where your light goes dim and the conversations after which you feel small. Notice which stories you repeat to justify staying in a place your spirit has already left. Then make a compassionate exit to bless your path. When doubt returns, as it sometimes will, remember the evidence. Remember the heaviness after the call. Let memory guard you from reopening closed doors. Open the window. Let the air move, clear the altar, wash the cup, speak your name out loud, and hear how strong it sounds when it does not ask for permission. Your spirit is done negotiating for crumbs when the feast was always yours. Your blessings have been circling, waiting for a landing strip free of mixed signals. Today, you clear it. As you do, expect alignment to accelerate and the right collaborators to appear without static. Expect your money to respond to your renewed certainty. Prosperity recognizes an open gate. Return to your rituals. Write your decisions in the morning when your intuition is freshest. Move your body so the old energy can go. Speak to your future self like they are already in the room. If this message protected even a single ounce of your life force today, like this video in gratitude and solidarity with every Scorpio calling their power back. Finally, let's anchor this together. In the comments, say your date of birth and your zodiac sign and declare one boundary you are honoring this week. Let the circle witness you so the universe can meet you with proof. If you're new here, subscribe to Dark Scorpio and stay close to this channel so your guidance arrives on time. And if you've been with us, thank you for walking in truth with us. We close with this. You are not here to shrink. You are here to see, to choose, and to receive. Like this video, subscribe to Dark Scorpio, and step forward. Your blessings have been waiting for the moment you remembered they were already yours.